And we go in and out of those moods through the day and through our lives, and there's periods that we can identify ourselves to be in one of those moods. And so, and there's also things about the environment that create that, and that create a particular um, special um, indications of factors or influences onto our mood. So, for example, uh, the mood of tamas, or of ignorance, is many times our foods make us go into that, right? This fogginess of mind. We all have eaten fermented food, or food that has not been fresh, and just like kind of makes us dull and lazy. And there's this feeling of uh, not energized, not being energized. And so, and many foods create that, not only the foods that are not good for in terms of being fresh, but also there's some quality of foods and vapors and beverages that are not good for that, right? So alcohol and anything that is creates that numbness of the nervous system, that doesn't create that pristine clarity of mind. Foods that are very heavy or maybe in decay, like meats in general, they are really very heavy and very heavy in energy, and create again that mind of resistance and lethargy versus the foods of passion, right? And we think about the things that are really excitable: high sugars, carbohydrates, spicy, really spicy food. Those are things that are just really excitable of our nervous system, of our entire physical system. So thinking about that in terms of how you can balance your life and your diet and the way that you want to feel through certain days of the day. And of course, there is very sattvic foods if we want to think about that, and liquids in journals too, right? We're talking about not only solids, but allowing the things that are really fresh and just ripe perfectly off um, of the plant, not overly cooked, not overly spiced. Those are things that create and change our mood and change our the way of being. And beyond all these three moods, there is a mood that is that doesn't create any of those three moods. It's important to know. It's interesting to find out and to observe in our daily activities. But there is a mood that actually supersedes all that. That is not very well um, practiced or publicized or of common knowledge, which is the mood of bhakti, or devotion, or love. And so when we are thinking about bhakti, we're thinking about in particular that divine love, right? It's not love to the person next to us, or it's not a person that is our child or our parent or a neighbor, but is the love that is directed towards divine energy. And so when we connect to that energy, then we can be in any mood. We can be in mood of ignorance and mood of passion. We can be in mood of goodness, and still be able to connect with that and be above any of the reactions that happen through the other modes. So when we practice our yoga, when we do our chanting, when we do anything, when we walk around, when we go home, when we drive, so maybe it's a good time to start observing with which mood am I in? What am I bringing in with me? Am I carrying? And sometimes we get agitated and our mind becomes really agitated, and I just simply spread it around, and without knowing, I am the one that is creating this ripple effect in my environment. So can I be aware of that at work, in my home, in the places I visit, the people that I interact with? Many times we've experienced that as we cross by, or even just cross a couple of words with somebody. We didn't have to say anything to somebody, and we know they're in just this weird space. So maybe offering any of those things and surrendering to that, allowing that your yoga practice becomes again into that sattvic, or that moodness of goodness, or even just pepper it with that divine love. So, what does it mean? And we don't even understand what that means to be in divine love, but we can ask for that. We can allow ourselves to be open for that, to maybe take all the other things that we're carrying with us, and we allow that the exhalation empties, and we truly believe and create again a change of our perception. If we change our thoughts about that, and then the inhalation, then allow it to just enter. Be humble and allowing, being humble to observe whatever it is that needs to be observed from the environment that is just of that sense of bhakti. And then the exhalation releases and let our physical body, my mind, my reactions, my fists, my jaw to release. And then the inhalation happens to extend and open and broaden my body. And maybe I can feel my body not getting stuck, but to move it as I exhale, that I soften, to literally move my head, to move my shoulders, to let my spine round and let the tension of my hips soften. And then as I inhale, I feel that I expand and broaden and open my shoulders and my arms, my chest, my head. And maybe exhalation allows, again, finding a different spot. Where is it, that part of my body? Do I need to rotate my torso? Do I need to roll my torso? Do I need to move my hands to move that part of my body? And then I inhale to expand, to broaden, to clear space, to open, and let all those other things to enter. And I allow myself. And my filter is my mind. Where am I really mindful of this moment? Can I be thinking about this one movement or part of my body? And I inhale and extend, and can I allow that filter to not enter any other things, but just the things that are really of our nature, not the learned things from the environment. And last time, can I feel my hands and arms and shoulders moving gently, so I can feel that any part that is stuck or within to move around. And then the inhalation opens the body and extends it and broadens and lengthens the torso. And I allow my body to slowly exhale on my right side. So can I place my right hand as I breathe out onto the hand into the ground, and maybe the elbow, maybe the forearm into the ground, and I can find my body adjusting outside my yoga mat on the right side, and maybe my left leg is slowly contracting. I can feel my left knee coming in. I can squeeze the side of my torso, the side of my waist. Can I contract my knee in, my foot, my toes? Can I hold my ankle? Can I hold my heel? Can I hold the arch of my foot? Can I hold my big toe? And exhale, slowly breathing. Not because I'm pinching on my right elbow or shoulder. Can I feel my right hip really slowly moving? The glute muscles, the inner thighs, the hip area. Can I let your body or my body exhale all the way through this position? When your body's ready, maybe the left leg extends and raises a little bit. And I hold my hand to help to raise, to extend the leg a little bit taller. And I breathe in, not because I'm pushing, not because I'm forcing, and simply extending and opening. Any part of my body needs to be extended. Last two breaths, jaw, neck, shoulders. Very mindful. Allow my body to exhale and breathe completely out of this position. So your abdomen and torso slowly moves, and let your left knee bend as I inhale. And then let my left leg slowly extend across in front of my body, and I can feel my torso just gently relax. Breathe in, move my body as if my neck and my shoulders need to reset for a second. I move them and exhale towards the ground, letting everything drop, all the things, and inhale and let everything just come in. Breathe in, filtering your mindfulness into this position, and allow your left side to exhale and breathe out towards the left side of your yoga mat, outside your yoga mat. It's okay to press the forearm, the hand into the ground, and the right knee slowly opens, and the right hand comes towards the hip, towards the thigh, towards the knee, towards the shin, towards the ankle, towards the arch of your foot, towards the inside of your big toe. It doesn't matter. And now your body to exhale and slowly hold it and breathe in. And what's the most important part for your body here? Can you feel your body moving? Can I allow my neck and my jaw, my facial expression not to tense? Can you breathe in? So my glutes, my spine, my waist. Can I allow my skin to move and feel the layers of my skin moving inside? And maybe it's not just the dermis, but it's all the space inside, the adipose tissue, the entire connective tissue, the muscle layers, breathing in, connecting to our bones. And what is our bone structure feeling opening as your body moves. And when your body is ready, I can feel the exhalation that I breathe deeply. Can I feel the squeeze of that leg gently to my body? And then the right inhalation, the right arm and right leg slowly extend towards the sky. And I can feel my body opening. And maybe the right leg stretches towards the sky and I feel the breath. Not because I'm hanging on my elbow or my shoulder or my neck is tense. So I'm looking towards the ground or towards the chest, towards the sky, in what's most important for my entire cervical spine. I can feel the body opening, breathing. It's not because I'm forcing anything, as I'm just opening. Let your long inhalation, that your body breathes in deeply, that the exhalation empties. One last time, can you feel my body just shifting, moving, extending, raising as I breathe in? And I exhale to slowly soften the leg, soften the foot, soften the knee, and let your body walk slowly back one more time to the most comfortable sitting position. And exhale kindly, allowing very, very gently for my body to exhale as I sit along my yoga mat. And maybe my left leg opens up towards the sky and presses towards the front of the yoga mat. And my right knee shifts all the way towards the back, as if I were to place my sole of the foot towards the front edge of the mat, my right knee towards the back edge of the mat, and I can feel my inner thighs open and not raising my glutes. I'm not leaning forward and sitting back, and less is always more. And so what does it feel like to extend the leg? And can I feel my right hand coming towards my ankle, towards my knee, towards my thigh, towards my waist, towards the back of my right glute, and my right shoulder opens my clavicle, and I can feel my left hand coming towards the foot, towards the knee, towards the thigh, towards the waist, and I twist and exhale, look towards the wall behind me, not because I'm forcing through my shoulders. And is my neck tall? Can I still sit on my glutes? Can I still sit on my sitting bones into the ground, especially the left one? And so what is the feeling inside my body? Can I twist through my waist? Can I feel how the muscles, how I'm really massaging the internal organs, the back, the abdomen? Can I feel how I extend those organs into the abdominal cavity? Can I feel my waist moving and reshaping? Maybe my nerve system or my nervous system is really needing to reactivate and reset. When my last long deep breath comes in, and then let go and exhale slowly. My hands, my shoulders, my arms, and I'm looking directly towards the right side of my yoga mat. And I walk my hands towards the right side of my yoga mat. And my body slowly leans gently forward without raising that left glute, allowing my hands to be wide, my torso to slowly move gently forward. It doesn't matter how far, my arms widen, my head slowly comes closest towards the ground, and I breathe into this position, exhaling. How much do I need to press my elbows to the ground? How much do I need to release my forearms to the floor? How much do I need to lengthen my spine and let my torso in the same direction as my kneecap and my left toes? Or can my left leg and my left kneecap and toes go in the same angle and direction of the torso? Meaning that the body moves slowly, torso moves closer towards the ground, the leg rotates a little bit deeper. One last time, can I find my inner thighs really extended and feeling the inner thighs moving and my hips opening, and my hands come slowly in towards my body without forcing, without pinching, without going any deeper than I need to, and I allow my hands to slowly soften, and then retract my right knee up, allow my right leg to extend all the way towards the front of the yoga mat. Breathe in, find my heels to walk in and my hands to come towards my thighs, towards my hamstrings, towards my calves, towards my ankles, towards my feet, towards my toes. It doesn't matter. And find that the body rolls and exhales. And I feel my hands reaching as far as needed, as long as the elbows are bent. If the elbows are overextended, then I'm pulling, and that's not necessarily productive for my body. Can I flex my feet by allowing the heels to be grounded and my toes be a little bit taller? And so what happens when my body flexes this way? Can I find my jaw? Can I find my neck lengthening without having to be forceful? Can I find my inner thighs and thigh muscles coming towards the torso, towards the abdomen, towards the chest? And so what is the movement? What is the feeling as I press into my gut, into the organs inside my abdominal cavity? Can I find my neck and spine, every one of those apex of my vertebrae, extending when my last breath comes deeper from the abdomen, from the diaphragm? Release and soften. See if your body lengthens and becomes tall. And your right leg then extends all the way forward in front towards the top of your yoga mat, while the left knee comes towards the back of the yoga mat. It doesn't matter how wide apart, it doesn't matter how deeply you think you should go. And maybe my right hand stays on my right thigh, or my right hand comes in front of the yoga mat and towards my left foot, ankle, knee, thigh, hip. It doesn't matter. And the left leg slowly stays pointed towards the back of your body, and my left hand comes slowly towards the hip. The moment I feel something tearing, or that my body feels overheating in a certain section, that know that I need to stop. I don't have to go any farther. It's not, the purpose is not to force the body, but it's to feel the body. And so, can I allow enough room, space for my head and neck to move gently towards my left shoulder, if not completely, finding that your abdomen, your torso, your shoulders are starting to hug, to reawaken all those muscles, all the wrapping, as if your body was being hugged by your own muscles around your torso, without raising the right glute, without forcing the joints, with the jaw drawn in and the crown head extended. Can I find my body really moving? Can I find the exhalation, the rhythm of my breath, to find something there that I allow that the expansion really expands, and that the exhalation really surrenders, really lengthens gently the abdomen inwardly. One more time, feel the spine extending and broadening. And when my body's ready to exhale, I can feel my shoulder blades, my arms, my elbows come back. Inhale towards the center. And I exhale my hands slowly in front of my body, as comfortably as I need to. And my torso may stay tall, and all I need to do is just lean a little bit forward. Or my torso can come all the way towards the ground and to be equally supportive into this position. Allow your own body to slowly, with a gradual movement, to find its way. And many times, as we stay longer in the position, you're going to feel the body slowly adjusting, that I'm not rolling my hips off the ground, that I stay gently looking directly towards the left side of my yoga mat. And my back lengthens, and my arms are gently finding the perfect distance. So I'm not squeezing my shoulder blades, I'm lengthening my chest. I'm dropping my shoulders away from my ears, and then clearing the back, clearing the hips. We are sometimes tight and solidified in the way that we live our lives, and it's very difficult to take that step forward, and our hips become just solid and tight. Or there's circumstances in our life that we think that we are just frozen in this moment. Can I allow myself to let my hips, to let my legs, let me take the step forward? Let me let that part of my body gently create soft motility. And when the body exhales, and I can feel my tummy and torso and spine gently lengthen, maybe my hands bring them in as my spine raises a little bit taller, longer towards the sky, and I can feel my left leg gently moving forward towards the top of my mat, and I find my knees slowly contracting one more time, allowing gently my feet to cross over, right foot over the left ankle first, to just be all on the same page. And feel that my hands come towards my knees, towards my shins, towards my ankles, maybe towards my toes, and I balance over my tailbone area as my heels keep walking in towards my glutes, towards my hips. Doesn't mean touching. For many of us, it's impossible to go any further than that, and doesn't mean that it's bad or it's not good for your body. Quite the contrary. Respecting our body is so important. For some of us, the heels may raise off the ground, and you can find that your heels come slowly off the floor. For some of us, the legs extend a little bit and the knees remain slowly, softly bent, so your feet come about knee height or shoulder height. And doesn't mean that your body has to go any farther unless you slowly and gradually feel comfortable, and your legs maybe start extending, and you feel your spine lengthening, your jaw drawing in, and intentionally creating length through my body. And I breathe in and I breathe out. And so, what do I think about in this moment? Am I allowing myself to be in this sattvic mood, in that mood of goodness, or in that mood where I can offer even every movement with a sense of divine love, and feel like my body is just an instrument in which I can experience every breath, and letting go all the other things that I carry with me. In your last one breath in, feel that your body has really engaged. And then kindly bend slowly your knees and your heels are on the ground if you're not already there, and cross the opposite foot forward. Breathe in. Allow your hands to wrap your arms around the outer thighs and knees and slowly cross one hand, doesn't matter which one, over the opposite wrist. So the palms of hands face each other and your fingers interlace in front of your body, and your biceps contract as if you're just pressing the inner thighs and knees towards each other, and your knuckles lengthen away from the shoulders, and the spine rounds, and the head slowly drops forward, and the forehead comes gently towards your kneecaps, as if you're just resting the orbits of your eyes or the forehead or the tip of the nose or your chin into your knees, and your body exhales. And so, what does it feel like to open the back and to contract, to move your chest, to sink in into the center of your breastbone, letting the extension of your vertebrae column, your neck, and your jaw. Can I find connection that I'm just, what are the favorite parts of my body where I'm resistant or tight, or maybe my body doesn't feel them so deeply, or maybe I'm just numb to those positions or to those parts, or maybe I'm able, difficulty to having the ability to reach into that space. And I have, again, the kindness of mindset to reach in deeply when your body, and if your body's ready, let the exhalation to move your tummy, to feel that you're just moving, even imperceptibly, to the naked outside. Let your body slowly shift as you're inhaling, moving your hands, moving your fingers towards your thighs, towards your knees, towards the hamstrings, towards the ankles, towards the toes, towards the pinky toes. Maybe the heels come a little bit closer and you can clear your back from any tension. Maybe your feet raise a little bit of the ground and you just feel comfortable just barely above the ground or the yoga mat, or maybe towards your hamstrings. Maybe you find your balance when your legs raise a little bit about knee height, or maybe your legs keep raising with every breath that you take a little bit longer, a little bit taller, and your shoulder blades are moving towards each other, and your spine lengthens and your jaw draws in, and you can feel the toes and legs opening. And I feel my inner thighs connecting towards each other. So I really engage the inner thigh muscles towards my groin, towards the very root of my pelvic area, towards the root of my tummy. So my lower back is strong, my jaw draws in. One more time. Am I following my breath? Can I feel the expansion when I breathe? Can I feel the exhalation, the surrendering when I exhale? Last one breath in. And let your body slowly exhale at your own pacing and let it move very gently. Again, allow all the pressure that you may have applied. Your legs soften in easy cross-leg position or Sukhasana pose. Your body sitting. And for a few seconds, observe what happens when your body sits. What have you pressed? What have you moved? What are the things that you have held inside your body and you have just gently letting go? Can I allow my right hand to move wide outside my shoulder when I inhale and raise it towards the sky in the length of that breath, following that breath? And the right elbow bends very gently so the hand touches the back of the head, the back of the neck, the back of the shoulder blades, the back of the right deltoid, and feel that your bicep is contracted and the right elbow is very tall. And the left hand comes around and wide and tall. And again, very carefully, it's not about pushing, it's not about collapsing the joints, it's about raising that right elbow. Can I feel my right elbow a little bit taller? And can I feel that my body slowly maybe tilts a little bit towards the left? And I feel the right side stretching. Again, less is more. So you slowly feel the subtleness of that movement, that your body feels the exhalation, emptying the right side. That your body exhales gently from the root of your tummy every time that you breathe out. Your neck is not pushed. Inhale, inhale. Breathing all the way out. Last inhalation, breath in. Find your neck, your head in the perfect position, and then slowly raise. Raise if your body has tilted, and release your right arm slowly towards the side of your body. Left arm follows suit. Hold as you breathe in. Exhale all the way out. And one more time, the right arm comes wide. Inhale as you're rotating the palm hand facing behind you, and the fingernails come slowly towards the lower back. And feel that your right hand, or the palm of the right hand, faces away from the lower back area. And your left hand comes around with your breath. Inhale very gently. Again, hook your fingers like a monkey's in a barrel, and let your right elbow and your right shoulder to drop down and then come across. And see if you're not pushing from the shoulder blade, if you're pushing from the joint, but you discover something new about your shoulder, that the shoulder descends, that the shoulder slowly moves down, the scapula moves down, and your head slowly looks away from that right shoulder. So you're looking slowly towards your left, and you breathe in. And you find your body opening, not to pinch. The moment you become numb or you have tension or pinching sensation, that means your body's telling you you've gone too far. You're squeezing my nerve rather than moving the tissue, the soft tissue that needs to be moved and opened. So be kind to your body. Are you present in the exhalation? Can you feel your body? Again, observing your mood. What is your mood of control, of forcefulness? Were you able to just lovingly move into your body? And so important to even have this conversation internally. When your body is exhaling all the way through, kindly inhale. So your lung really moves the chest, the shoulder, the scapula, the ribs, and then exhale and release your hands back softly. Place them back into a place where it feels comfortable to inhale your hands towards your thighs, towards your knees. Exhale gently. Your hands are going to slowly turn the palms of the hands up so your back of the hands rest on your lap, on your thighs, on your knees, and your fingers are open. So you're allowing your shoulders to roll back. Breathe in when the body is ready. Feel the inhalation to the extension of your spine. And when you find your last exhalation through your tailbone, sit deeper to the ground through your sitting bones. Raise both arms towards the sky with the palms of the hands facing towards the wall behind you. Thumbs are wide, elbows are as bent as they need to be. So bend your elbows so you really feel control of the palms of the hands. Less is more into the intensity of the shoulders and elbows. More important is that you feel the openness of your thumbs. And so maybe that will create extension from the neck to your shoulders, those muscles in the trapezoid area, that you really feel them extending, that you're really opening the upper back muscle area, that your shoulders are held, that you breathe gently, that your rib cage opens towards the sky, that you're tightening your abdomen. Last long deep breath. Can you feel your body open, that you're really engaging your chest muscles? And as you exhale, you slowly soften the elbows, soften your hands, soften your shoulders, release them gently towards the sides of your thighs, your hips, and let your left arm come gently forward and up towards the sky. Again, in gentle movement. Feel that you're really conducting the movement of that left arm through your breath. And the exhalation bends that left elbow, touching behind the head, behind the neck, behind the shoulder blade. And maybe your right arm is ready to open wide and come towards the elbow, towards the tricep, and you raise, inhaling gently. And maybe your body exhales deeply and feel that you're adjusting. You're not pushing, you're not compressing the shoulder, you're not pushing down the arm, you're almost lifting the left elbow up. And maybe the body tilts a little bit to the right or a whole bit to the right. It doesn't matter. Find your rib cage. Find that your hips are not tilted, that you're not pushing through your feet, through your knees, that you're not raising the glutes, that your head looks towards the ground, towards the center of the chest, towards the left underarm. What is most appropriate? An opening of those muscles on the sides of your body. Breathing. Can you exhale one more time? Let your body breathe. Let the muscles, let the energy flow. How many times we get stuck in our body and we just don't even understand, again, how those muscles are collapsed. When the last long extension, you can feel how your breath guides the extension. Raise as you inhale kindly back to center. To release slowly your arms around. Again, never forcing anything, giving time for that left arm to come around and your right hand to slowly come up. The palm of the left hand, fingers like a monkey's in a burrow, and your elbow is not over contracted, your elbows soften, lowered, and your shoulder is able to move down. So the scapular moves down, and you can feel the entire connection between your scapular area and your clavicle, how that allows extension of the soft tissue, right? You're not It's not about moving the bone itself. It's about moving the soft tissue around it, and feel that your body exhales. And maybe your body's ready to allow your head to start looking very gently towards the right side. And you feel your body moving kindly away from that left shoulder, away from that left elbow. And so, what does it feel to sit without pushing through your legs, without pushing through your feet, sitting on your bones? Is the right shoulder rolling forward, or are you opening the right shoulder wide? Can I allow my tummy, my spine to work together? Am I sitting? Is my head lengthening? Can I find my belly button area to slowly support? One more time, breathe in. Exhale all the way through. Beautiful. Can you let your chest, muscles in between the ribs, your intercostal muscles? Again, how many times do we think about how much work they do every day instinctively in the breath, in the moving of the ribs inside and towards the external portion of the torso, and have them engage your lungs into complete breath. Last one breath in. Inhale, inhale, deeply, deeply. And as the body exhales, slowly prepare your right hand, left arm, and left shoulder, and left elbow to release and soften, and find your hands one more time coming gently to rest on the top of your thighs, knees, palms, and hands face up. Breath in. Exhale kindly when and if your body's ready. Allow your hips to settle and raise your arms forward towards the sky. You can feel, again, thumbs really, really wide, and your fingers really, really open away from each other, and your elbows soften so you give you enough ability to rotate through your shoulders, that your shoulders are widened by the movement of your hands. If I were to hold you from the wrist and pull your thumbs wider, so what is the effect of that into your muscles that connect your shoulder to your neck? Right, your trapezoid muscles, and feel that those trapezoid muscles are not just there, they're going descending gently through the center of the shoulder blades towards the 2/3 into your back. And so, how can that align the rest of my back? How can I raise my elbows and hands a little bit taller to feel how that opens all those muscles? What are the lat muscles moving to support your back area? One more time, deep breath into this position. And when my body's ready, allow my elbows and hands and shoulders to release, to soften, to exhale towards the ground. Beautiful. Deep breath. Maybe my legs are able to slowly extend in front of my body, and I stretch along my yoga mat, and my legs stay just lengthened. And can you feel my hands slowly reaching for my thighs? My back becomes really tall and stay very tall because my abdomen, my waist support the position. Maybe my hands move towards my shins, towards my ankles. Maybe my hands are able to, without forcing my knees, to move towards my toes. My elbows immediately bend. If my elbows are locked or extended, I'm just pulling from my shoulders. So my elbows bend, pointing the angle of the elbow towards the ground or shins, and my head is not raised up to the chin. I draw my chin in and lengthen through my crown of the head, and feel that my body lengthens gently forward. Not because I'm rounding the spine, less is more, and my hands do not need to touch my toes to feel the same effect, that my torso is lifted and then slowly bent forward. And finding two more times that the extension comes as the jaw draws in and the abdomen retracts. One more time. Feel the body. To exhale, to feel the movement, that your jaw is drawn, the crown exhales forward, my neck lengthens. Last breath in. And as the body exhales deeply into this position, move your hands kindly and gently to raise the torso back upright. And I breathe into this pose. Exhale all the way through. Very, very nice. And let my body slowly contract one more time, my knees. Allow my feet to be steady to the ground, that I am able to slowly reach for my hamstrings, for my calves, comfortably behind the ankles, comfortably behind the heels and the arches of my feet, or towards my big toes. And let my body slowly, again, if I were to hook my index and middle finger into my big toes, I just simply hold it to that internal portion of the big toe to find stability, never locking the elbows bend, the heels walk in, my fine balance. I raise my legs and I open my legs with my knees as bent as possible or as extended as I needed into a full extension of the inner thighs, of the hips, at the torso. The elbows bend, your shoulders drawn, your jaw draws in, the crown of head extends. Breathe into this pose. Can I find my knees again? Bend as much as needed or extended as much as I need to. Is my back doing all the effort? Are my hip flexors doing the effort? Can I find balance? Do I need to undo from the position? Can I retract my belly and lengthen the torso one more time? Feel your body. Just invest moments and extension. Let your last full breath in. Really engage. And then exhale and bend your knees. Let the soles of your feet slowly come gently towards each other, heels into each other, the pinky side of your feet to touch, your big toes to be widely open, and your right hand to come across your left foot, chin, thigh, knee. Exhale slowly into this position. One inhalation extends the spine tall, and the left hand comes towards the side of your hip thigh, maybe towards the back of your glute, and your shoulders drawn down. Open your chest, rotate as the heels are pressing, the inner thighs are gently opening, and my big toes are separating from each other, if that's even possible. Breath in. And your tummy retracts, your shoulders become wider, and the torso becomes perpendicular. Instead of leaning back, I want to raise tall. And so, what is the feeling on my inner thighs? Am I pulling anything? Am I tearing anything? And I'm just simply wringing my body as if I'm bringing a towel, squeezing all the things inside, all the layers. What are the things I'm carrying with me? Am I holding inside? Can I allow my facial expression? And sometimes it is our training or needing of control, of having to rationalize things. So, what is the harm to internally, to your own internal conversation that nobody knows about, to let for just a few breaths to let go? Nobody is judging, nobody's looking at you, nobody's observing what is going on inside your heart. Let your own deep breath. Can I allow myself? Do I have this just moment of clarity when I can really exhale gently into this pose without having to try so hard? And as my body inhales, release slowly, very, very gently, coming back. Exhaling your hands and arms slowly towards the center. One more time, we're going to allow immediately to go to the opposite direction. That means the right hand comes towards the back. The left hand comes towards the foot, towards the ankle, towards the knee. And I observe that this side is maybe different from the opposite. And can I find my shoulders to be wider? So that means the left shoulder goes towards the toes and the right shoulder goes towards the back of the yoga mat. And my clavicles open, and I can feel how that openness rings my waist, my torso, my abdomen, my rib cage, my shoulders, my back area. Is my neck tall so I can feel how that pulls from the root of my pelvic area, from the floor of my pelvic area towards the sky. And my jaw draws in, my spine is just aligning. And feel again the spine spiraling from the tailbone area towards the back of the head and crown. And I feel my body rotating. Find deep breath. Can I move? And again, there may be layers and layers of stuff. We can feel it sometimes in our body. There's just energy stored right there, even if it's physical energy. But nothing, as we already know, is just on their own. There's something else in there that I can actually explore and feel. Why do I create spaces in there? Can I allow my body to observe, and not because I'm judging it? Not because it's bad or good, it's simply the way it is. Can I allow myself to, again, feel the shift, that I can change my perception? Can I allow and let go for, again, that internal conversation that my heels press and my pinky sides press and my tipped big toes separate from each other? And let your last long inhalation to observe your body, to exhale and then release very gently, hands and shoulders, soften arms, observe your body coming back towards the center position, very gently raising knees this time. Allow your body to slowly exhale. And we're going to look towards the right side of your yoga mat. So your body is going to look, and I'm turning this way because it's the only way that I can, otherwise I'll be looking away from you. And I'm going to place my right foot gently on one end of the yoga mat. My opposite leg is going to be slowly flexed, and I'm going to lean forward so I can bring my body gently onto that knee, onto the left shin, while my right foot is gently parallel towards the edge of the yoga mat. So my hands are on the ground, my torso is easy and forward, and I feel that my right foot is sticking to the stickiness of the yoga mat, and I'm going to bring my hips to slowly be raised. So my tailbone area raises, pointing towards the wall behind you, towards the back of my yoga mat, while my hands are under the shoulders on the ground, without pushing wrists, without pushing elbows. Can I feel my heel of the right foot in particular, the big toe of the right foot in particular, to really feel it? When my body is ready, can I allow my glute muscles to raise a little bit and my torso to come a little bit farther down? And maybe is my right elbow and my right forearm that drops towards the floor, and let my right hand stay steady and my left hand to come outside my left knee. And I look out slowly towards the left side of my body. So as the left elbow and left shoulders look out towards the left side of my body, finding my glutes reaching gently behind, and my inner thighs are opening, my hips are opening, and I find my abdomen tightening and my waist rotating and my entire abdominal girdle hugging that midsection. So my shoulders become broad, and I can squeeze like a toothpaste tube, right? From the waist area, my shoulders broaden, my head opens, and I can feel the extension. I can feel my jaw looking out towards the left side of my shoulder. And I breathe in, hugging my thighs or not forcing any position. One more time, breathing in, exhale all the way through. When and if your body is ready, can I find the inhalation? Can I find the exhalation that empties all the way through, and then kindly let the right hand and right elbow return, the left hand slowly soften, bringing my right knee in, my left and right hand under my shoulders, maybe traveling towards the opposite end of my yoga mat, so I can bring my left leg to come towards the end of the yoga mat and find the mirror position. And find that my hips shift back as if I'm opening the inner thighs. On the inner thigh of the left leg this time, not on my knee, not on the hip, not on the joints, right? Feel that your muscles, and less is more. Can I find my inner thighs supported, that my glutes are not dropping towards the ground, but raising the tailbone areas? If I were to tilt my hips taller towards the sky, and my spine, my neck lengthen, I can feel adjustment. Can I stick my heel? Can I steal the big toe of my left foot to the yoga mat? Can I find my tummy? Breathe in. And so what are the expectations? What are the things that catch our attention? What is in our minds? Can I find this to be a moving meditation, to really observe, not to judge, a moment of complete surrendering, of neutrality about what we think is good or bad, but observation of where we are. Are we on tamas? Are we on rajas? Are we on sattvic mode? One more time. Find the inhalation. Thigh on the left leg activates, the left arm and the left elbow form maybe softens a little bit, or maybe touches all the way towards the ground, and the right arm opens a little bit wider so I can feel that my right shoulder rib cage moves out to the right, and the head looks out to the right shoulder, and your hips move back rather than forward. It's not towards the knee, but it's away from the knees, and the tailbone raises. And I feel, what are the muscles that make that movement possible? Not because I'm pressing on my knee, not because I'm pressing on the ankle. It's because I'm really lengthening those muscles from the root of the torso, glute muscles, and the head, again, looks over the right shoulder, and your jaw is drawn in rather than away from the neck. So the neck is never crunched, is never cringed behind, is never wrinkled in the back. Finding that you're creating length. The tailbone as far away from the crown. Inhale. Are you hugging? Are you twisting? Can you let your last 2 breaths? Observe your body ringing all those things inside in your last 1 breath in. Exhale, and then release. Kindly walk. Hands, fingers, arms, bringing your left knee in. Allow your body to rotate slowly onto the, or not rotate, but to slowly move towards the opposite side of the mat. So your right leg now is all the way towards the one end of the yoga mat. One more time. The left leg, allow it to slowly, while your hands are strong, your left leg slowly moves out towards the opposite side of the mat. So your feet are now on the ground together and parallel towards each other. That means they're looking exactly the same direction. Your toes and heels look exactly the same direction. Your legs are as wide as is comfortable for your hips, and your elbows soften, and the crown of the head slowly moves towards the ground while your hands walk in closer in between your legs, made towards the space between your feet, and your tailbone raises towards the sky while your shoulders are wide, not down. Your shoulders are not contracted, they're open to the right and left. And the spine lengthens and your jaw draws in, and you look slowly towards the ground, and you can feel the abdomen tucking. And it's not because you're putting weight onto the toes, it's because you're shifting the weight of your body towards your heels. And your jaw draws softly to extend, to create the weight of your head to lengthen the vertebrae and travel with your mind. Where is it that you have the weight and the pressure and tension being built at this point? Can you let your toes not grasp to the yoga mat? To let your thighs to activate, not to overextend your knees, but to let them lengthen the back of your legs. Let your abdomen and torso move broadly forward, away from the hips towards the ground. Last one time, breath in. When your body is ready, exhale deeply from your gut. Press your hands closer towards your shoulders and raise your torso. Your torso just becomes as high as your arms, or as long off the ground as your arms are, and your jaw draws in. Feel the body. Inhale. Can you stay for a few seconds into this pose? Not never locking. Soften gently your ankles, your knees, so you can feel that you're not locked into this position. Move around and about your body a little bit so you can feel that there's no tension, that you're not locked and trapped into your physical movement. And when your body's ready, maybe the exhalation empties through and your left hand stays on the ground while your right hand travels towards your right thigh, towards your right hip, towards your right thigh, knee, all the way towards the sky, above the shoulder, if that's even possible, with your left arm aligned. So the crease of the left elbow is looking towards the right toes, and you're not over rotating that shoulder. And the right shoulder is opening through your chest, not through the back of the shoulder, not through the shoulder blade, but through the chest. Imagine that I'm going to place my hand into your front of the shoulder on the right, and raises and expands your collarbones and opens the chest area, and your head looks towards the ground, towards the chest, towards the right thumb. Breath supports the position. One more time. Observe your glutes. Exhale all the way through. Last one time. Can you feel your body rotating to your own pace? And then let your right hand slowly come gently towards the ground, and you place it slowly towards the floor. Deep breath in, soften. Allow your heels to come in while your toes remain wide. So your heels simply move in towards the center of your body, and you bend your knees. And you squat gently low towards the floor. And your spine stays long, and your hips come as low as your knees or the knee height, if that's even possible, and your torso starts dropping as if your elbows are bending, and your forearms come closer towards the ground, and the crown of the head slowly comes closer to the floor while your knees become wider. Your knees broaden deeper, and your spine exhales slowly towards the ground. Very nice. You're not going to break, I promise you. Inhale. Find your pinky toe. Is it pressed to the ground? So those hips, those inner thighs, can you find your glutes? Feel your muscles. Exhale, exhale. Find your body, jaw, head, neck. Last 2 breaths. Can you find the strength of those muscles of your legs, not on the toes, on the heels of your feet? In your final long, deep breath out, use your hands. Press slowly off the ground, elbows, feet are parallel. Exhale all the way through. Never lock. Feet in the same direction, weight of your body towards the heels, right hand steady under the right shoulder or chest, and your left hand comes towards the foot, towards the shin, towards the thigh, towards the hip, towards the waist, towards the sky, whichever is possible. And you open not because of the back of the shoulder, and your head looks towards the ground, towards the chest, towards your left thumb, or simply one space in between that allows your neck to be always long, that you're not moving your chin away, you're not looking up, your jaw draws in, and your waist. Engage the midsection of your body, engage your abdominal girdle supports that, your thighs are active, that your weight of your body is off your toes, and you breathe kindly. Very nice. Are you exhaling? And so, what is the thought? What are you feeling? Are you exhaling? Can you feel the benefit of your muscles just resting at this point? Now you're holding, you're in isometric movement. That means you're maintaining the perfect distance between your muscle fibers. You're maintaining the same tenacity of your muscles. Your thighs are strong, your glute muscles are strong, but you're not forcing anything. You're letting your body just build its own strength. The longer you stay in this position, the deeper the muscles are going to be engaged, the more of the heart of the muscle, not the fast twitching muscle on the outside of your muscle area, but the deep muscles of, again, endurance. Last 2 breaths. Observe your abdomen, your abdomen supported. One last inhalation. Breathe, breathe, breathe. And exhale, your left hand softens gently towards the ground, and you feel your body exhaling. Beautiful. Breath in, and allow your body to this time bring only the right heel in, so your right toes and right knee is wide, and your left heel remains far away from your body, and you walk your hands towards your right foot, as if you're just taking the weight of your body deeply into that right leg. Stay on your heels rather than your toes, so you do not overstretch that right knee, and let your body slowly shift into that side. If your left foot stays on the ground and your right foot walks farther away, perfect, stay right there. If your body's able, and not all of us are able to, adjust the distance, adjust your hands, adjust your torso, maybe the left toes are able to rotate off the ground, and you stay on the heel of the left foot, and the calf and hamstring come closer to the floor, as if you're just bringing the right hip towards the right heel. And exhale and open. Feel again what is appropriate for your body. Any range or any space in between. Breath in, exhale, exhale. Feel your body not tearing, not forcing anything, that your right foot stays steady, that your right foot stays on the ground, that you stay deeply to the right leg. When your body exhales, press slowly up, and then move exactly in the opposite direction. That means the weight of your body moves one more time towards your left foot. So the heel of your left foot is in, the left toes are out. You're not lifting that left heel. So you're staying as deeply into your left heel as possible. That means you adjust your foot by extending farther the right leg or moving your left toes a little bit deeper, and your body stays. And maybe that's as far as your body's going to go. With your hands into the ground, fingers into the floor, open those inner thighs. Breathe. Shift back rather than to the hands and arms, and your neck is not tense. You're not looking up. Observe your muscles. If for some reason the body is able to, for a few of us, to stay gently closer towards the ground, and your right leg is able to slowly extend through your calves and hamstrings to the floor, and you allow your inner thighs and back to slowly come into your inner thigh of the left leg. So your torso is leaning forward to counterweight, and your leg muscles extend and open from the left hip all the way towards the right heel. Are you breathing? Are you observing what it feels like to extend and open those muscles? Never tear, never go deeper. When your body is ready, let your last, for the one person doing this position, exhale all the way through, very gently. Breathe in deeply through your muscles, and exhale with your hands. Press and come back slowly back to center. Parallel feet gently towards each other. Very nice. Allow the heels into the ground. Hands walk up your shins, your knees, your thighs, until your body comes all the way with your legs wide apart into standing position. Exhale. Find your toes light, the heels of your feet strong. Arms open wide towards the sky. Allow your hands to clasp above the head, your index finger to point towards the ceiling, your abdomen to flatten, your head to slowly look forward towards the heel of the hands or slightly behind the shoulders as the arms open the front of your hips. Glute muscle support. Your spine is held and maintained because of your core muscles, abdomen, glutes, thighs, calves. Inhale, opening the chest. Exhale all the way through. Head raises as deep as your body allows it. Can you sustain without having to lose your breath? Can you inhale, opening? One more time. Let your last long, deep breath into the entire extension of the front. Bend the elbows, hands. Move gently towards your thighs, towards your knees, slowly, gently forward. Allow your body weight to come towards the left foot forward, and then bring your right foot all the way next to your left foot towards the front of your yoga mat. And you exhale while your feet find their perfect balance between them. Your elbows and forearms rest onto your thighs, and you drop your hips not lower than knees. Your feet as if you're just skiing downhill, right? And find that your body sits on your sitting bones, and you feel your glute muscles active, and your abdomen tucks, and your forearms and elbows give you support enough. When your body is ready, allow the hands to cup slowly, or to form a cup, or have enough space for your forehead and head area to slowly come and rest on it. And your elbows and forearms are on your thighs or inner thighs without hurting your knee joints. And your body rests your head, not because you're forcing, it's because you're lengthening. Your tailbone area moves away from the crown, and the crown moves away from your tailbone, both ways. Can you allow your body one more time? Breathe in. Are you letting those muscles to really enjoy the influx of that blood flow? Right? Your bloodstream is oxygenated. It brings it into your body and exhale it out. One more time. Breathe in. Exhale all the way through. And your last long inhalation. Let your hands and arms slowly touch gently towards your toes, towards the yoga mat. Exhale very gently and bring one foot behind, then the opposite foot all the way back towards the yoga mat. And let your knees slowly settle towards the ground. Stretch your legs all the way back. Allow your abdomen and hips to rest towards the yoga mat while your chest and chin come to the floor. And your toenails extend behind you. Allow your glute muscles, the back, the hips, the shoulders to be just rested towards the ground. Neck lengthens. Walk your head and shoulders farther away from your hips, legs, and thighs, and your toenails to really move gently farther away when your body is ready. Can you press lightly with your root of the fingers into the ground? The elbows are able to open gently. You can walk your hands farther in front of your body, wider away from each other, and you raise your chest, you raise your belly, squeezing the glutes, stretching the toenails. Again, find that your hands help you raise as little, as much as your body needs to. And the more you walk your hands closer to your body, the more intense the position. And you find that your back is lengthening, that you're not compressing, that your tummy is flexing, that you're really opening those muscles into your belly area, and your chest moves farther forward and up towards the sky, and the crown of the head extends deeper towards the ceiling when your body's ready. And you find your fingers, the root of your fingers, inhaling, your head slowly looks gently towards the space between your shoulders, towards the ground. Exhale, deep breath in. Allow your body to breathe all the way, securing your belly. Look over your right shoulder as you inhale and turn your head gently towards the right shoulder without muscling, just softly moving. Hold it and exhale, your jaw drawn in one more time. Deep breath in. Exhale, chin back into your chest area. And then inhale towards the left side of your body. Left shoulder, look slowly out.
Exhale, exhale. One more time, breathing in. And then with your pace, exhale back your chin towards the chest area. Inhale. And then flatten your belly. Move your chest and chin. Forehead towards the ground. Hand over hand to receive in crocodile pose. The back of the hands receive the forehead and your elbows relax into the ground. Beautiful. Deep breath. Exhale all the way through. Very, very gently. Check that you're not pushing through your elbows still, that you're not engaging the biceps or the triceps still, that you're able to let go of your shoulders, of your arms, of your back area, of your neck, that you're lengthening your ribs into the ground so your lower back loosens up and let your hips and legs and thighs and knees and ankles and toes adapt very, very gently. We're going to allow the exhalation that your body breathes very slowly out. And then comfortably, we're going to, again, this might be a little bit challenging for the joints, but it's okay. It's okay to challenge every now and then. Flex your right knee. Bring your right hand around your body as if you're just raising the right chest, the right shoulder, and reach with your right hand towards that right thigh, towards the right shin, towards the right ankle, to the right foot. And let your body exhale your torso back down and see what happens when your body moves slowly and your elbow immediately unlocks on the right side and your hand becomes a fist or becomes flat into the ground, whichever is most comfortable for your head, so your neck is not tense, and the right elbow immediately bends. And so, what happens with the glutes? Are the glutes coming to the heel or the heel coming towards the right glute? Not because of the knee. If I were to place my foot on your lower back, what does it feel like when I press down in that lumbar spine, in that sacrum area? Inhale, inhale, quad muscles. Exhale. Can you let those thigh muscles really breathe? Last 2 times. Observe. Just simply contract the hamstring, let your thighs open, right elbow and right shoulder never tense. When your final long, deep breath comes into your body, release. Slowly exhale. Release your hand, your foot, your leg, your thigh, your knee. Bring your right arm under your head. Exhale for 3 breaths. Inhale. What is the feeling? What is the breath that you're allowing coming into your body? Is there a sensation of changing maybe the mood? Are we externally driven? Are we just about the outside? Are we able to gently drawn in last time? Observe your physical body, your intensity. While your right hand remains onto the ground, the left knee flexes. And the left leg, check it. Is it the same as the right? Are you forcing anything? Can you let your left hand come around and roll as if you're just lifting the left shoulder, the left chest off the ground so you can reach towards that left leg easily through the ankle, through the shin, through the foot, to the toes, doesn't matter. And then maybe your body rolls back your chest into the ground and stays just a few seconds. Very nice. And soften your head, soften your neck. Very nice. Do not tear, do not force your knee or your ankle or your any of the joints of your body. Do not compress your back. Lengthen it. If one more time I were to press you with one hand behind the shoulders and the other hand in the base of your lumbar spine to separate your hips away from the neck area. So, what does that feel like on your spine? Breathe in. Is your left elbow tight, overextended? Is your left shoulder over drawn or over held into this position? Can you let your last 2 breaths to observe the movement of your heel gently coming? towards the glute area. Press down your hips rather than raise them off the ground. Can you feel your quads breathing? And what is the energy that you're bringing towards those thigh muscles? Last two breaths. Very nice. Be patient with your body. Be kind with your body. Can you observe one last breath out as you're inhaling, soften hand, foot, arm, and release very gently your left leg. Your left arm comes slowly forward. Very nice. Soften heels, soften shoulders, soften neck. Rest two more times. Breathe through the length of your body. So, what does it feel like to breathe all the way out, to relax and dangle your spine closer towards the floor? Your hips and shoulders, hugely important to observe in your last long exhalation. Prepare very gently, the same way as we reach this position. And the knees might tend to open a little bit wider. It's okay as long as you're not compressing your lower back. Your right knee may flex one more time as we started, and your right hand comes rolling the right shoulder, the right chest off the ground towards that right foot. Hold it kindly if that's possible. And then when your body is ready, whenever your body is ready, roll your chest and chin towards the ground, flex the left knee, and then roll your left chest wide into that foot. And you allow your knees, the closer towards each other, the more intense. The elbows are tend to lock in, bend them lightly, and see if your heels come closer towards your glutes. And then if I were to place my gentle, kind foot on your lower back, and pressing your hips closer to the ground. What does it feel like? The shoulder blades shifting towards each other. Very nice. When and if, only if your body is allowing it. Very nice. Let your thighs, maybe your feet press a little bit against the hands, and your chest raises off the ground. Your head starts raising off the floor, and your legs pressing a little bit deeper into your hands and fingers, and your shoulder blades roll back, and your head is not looking up. The head is extended out through the crown. Breathe in. Maybe your thighs lift a little bit of the ground. And your abdomen, lower back. One more time. Breathe in, not your knees, not the joints. Let your last breath. Can you sustain the extension of your body? Find your breath one last time. Inhale, long spine. Exhale, release softly. Head, back, shoulders. Let your arms rest next to the hips and place one cheekbone, whichever you prefer, on the ground and rest on the right ear. Elbows and shoulders release towards the floor. Breath in. Exhale all the way out. Two more times. Inhaling. Exhale. Listen to your body. Adjust and modify. Do not tense fingers and hands. When your body is ready, exhale through your tummy and turn your head as you inhale in the opposite direction. So your opposite cheekbone touches the ground, and your opposite ear touches the floor, and your jaw is drawn towards the throat, and your shoulders are not retracted, your elbows are not tense, your hands and fingers are not holding the position. You can feel your body still open, and you relax the heels, the glutes, the thighs, the inner thighs, breathing in and breathing out. Abdomen, lower back, one more time. Inhale, long extension. Exhale, exhale. Beautiful. Let your last three breaths, let your body what does it feel like to breathe? without having to force your breath, letting it go. Last one time. When your body exhales, so you can feel how your gut and abdomen empty out. Return kindly back to center as you're inhaling your head, forehead, chin, nose to the ground. Exhale. Allow your hands to come right under your shoulders, right next to your chest, with the elbows moving towards the body, so your shoulders are pulled back away from the ears, and your toes are extended or your toes are flexed, whichever is most comfortable for your body. Allow your hands to slowly press lightly to the floor, and you're going to raise your chest, and your abdomen able to raise, and your hips are able to raise, and maybe you walk your feet closer towards the hands, and the hands closer towards the hips, and your hips are raised off the ground, and you squeeze through your glutes, so you're now into this up dog position. It's not the cobra pose, but it's an up dog, meaning that your thighs gently are barely on the ground. Your glute muscles are squeezing and holding, that your chin maybe lengthens towards the sky. And you can feel the length of the spine rather than the contraction of the spine, rather than hanging on the wrists or hanging on the elbows. Less is more. Shoulders are drawn back, chest is activated 2 more times. Feel the benefit. Feel the benefit of opening the front of the body, and that your hips with gravity sink towards the ground. Inhale, long extension. Exhale slowly and move your hips back as you breathe in. Press your hips off the ground behind, and then make them move slowly towards your heels, that your spine lengthens, that your body moves all the way back, and your torso lengthens over your thighs, and your head drops slowly forward towards the ground. So, can you soften the elbows so your elbows are not tense? Your hands soften. Can you let your belly and chest just be clear without tension, without forcefulness? What are the parts of the body that need to lengthen? How does that translate into movement? How does that translate into extension on parts of your body that need to be paid attention to the last few seconds into this pose? Maybe the body is ready to exhale and empty from your gut, to inhale and extend the tailbone away from the crown. One more time. And let your body inhale deepest, deepest. And your body is ready to exhale all the way through. Very, very softly. Come very gently up on hands and knees. Slow motion, very gently. Observe your body breathing out. Feel that one knee walks very, very gently forward. The opposite knee comes all the way forward. And let your legs, instead of being crossed into Padottanasana position, extending your feet and legs wide apart. Let the heels be as wide as comfortable. It doesn't matter how wide or how long do they need to be. Can I find my hands to slowly lean a little bit so I can release a little bit of pressure of my back, a little bit of pressure of my shoulders, and I can let my head just soften and find gentleness into the movement. That my knees are never locked, that my toes are never forced into position, that I'm not rotating my feet out or in. I sustain the outside and the inner side of my legs aligned. And my elbows and shoulders are not forced. My hands are not forced. And when my body is ready, I allow my exhalation to empty, to clear, to lengthen the spine a little bit farther and
deeper into the ground, and then slowly retract. Very, very gently. Do not rush. Build space as you move up. Restack your vertebrae column. Walk your hands deeper in. Bring your right hand across your thighs towards your left thigh or hip, abdomen, or leg, and then slowly lean a little bit into the right side of your body. So your left hip again unclutters, opens, extends. Your head looks towards the ground, towards the chest, towards the left shoulder. Breathe softly into this position. Exhale. Again, gentle, soften, engage in as much or as little onto the left side to extend. Stay present. Never force your knees or joints of any part of the body when your body is ready to exhale. Breathe all the way out kindly and return very, very gently back to center and observe the opposite direction of movement. Left hand comes towards the ground, towards the thigh, towards the hip, towards the waist, and let your left side lean away, and maybe your hands touch the ground together, towards the legs together, towards one the waist, the other the leg. Maybe your right hand comes even higher towards the back of the shoulder, the ribs, the back of the neck, the back of the head, and reach. Observe your body, not forcing, but slowly letting go. Opening deep, deep muscles into your right flank. Last 2 times. Easy with your head, easy with your neck. Inhaling deepest. Use your bottom arm to slowly help your torso gently come undone. Very, very gently back into center pose. Deep breath in. Restack your vertebrae from the hips towards the crown of the head. Slow motion. Your arms come slowly forward in front of your body towards the sky, above the shoulders. Palms, hands facing each other, index points up. Allow your fingers to cross above the head and let the palms of hands rotate up away from the crown towards the ceiling. Observe your body lengthening. Tall, tall, tall. Inhale. Last 3 breaths. Press or find your seat. On the ground, your last one time. Bring your hands and arms and elbows and shoulders slowly forward and down towards the sides of your hips and thighs and knees. And maybe your body stays with your legs if that's comfortable in the full extended position, or maybe your legs come slowly forward, slowly, never as fast as anybody else. Maybe your legs cross so you can feel your inner thighs just easily folding your knees one in front of the other, as you already know, opposite Sukhasana, or in between calf and thigh, or all the way into full Padmasana position with your elbows and shoulders just drawn back, your chest open, your hands come very gently wide outside your body, raising them towards the sky. Palms of hands slowly touch, elbows bend, and your thumbs run through the midline of your body towards your heart center. And for a few seconds, understanding, again, knowledge is dangerous, right? You can never unknow something. So, what do you learn? What did you learn? Or what are you learning about your body, about your mind? What are you learning about yourself as we go through? And you don't have to tell or share or even disclose any of that to anybody, right? Is your private world, those things that go in our head that are constantly there. We think it's private, right? The only person that actually understands is that divine nature, that God that fires your soul. That's the one who's noticing all your thoughts, all your emotions, and not in a punitive kind of way, but it's an observation. Where can I give, again, this opportunity for learning? And can I find myself internally? What does it feel like in terms of harmony? Do I feel harmonious? What are the things that have been brought up in my yoga practice? What is my sense of peacefulness? What is my sense of understanding of my own truth? It's easier to run away, it's easy to look away, it's easy to do tricks with our mind. I've done it so many times, so many lives. But what is it that is truly what is just our own deepest truth? And most importantly, how do we go back and rediscover and reignite that sense of selfless, divine, innocent love? Well, you want to get out of here, don't you? You want to get out of here.